Hello all, welcome to the Legal Awareness web series. I am Asad. Everybody is talking about cryptocurrency and that is because of this graph. Bitcoin reached about 50 lakh rupees at the all-time high in the past months. And I'm sure you've dreamt of having invested in Bitcoin about 10 years ago when the price was really low. Personally, I came to know of Bitcoin in the year 2011 when I dismissed the idea completely. But at that point of time, Bitcoin was only about 200 rupees a piece. So if I had invested, let's say, into 10 Bitcoins then, it would have costed me 2000 rupees and I could have sold it at an all-time high of rupees 5 crore. I've cried about it. I've had many therapy sessions on it, but here we are. Now, what is cryptocurrency? I'm not going to explain that in detail in this video, but you should know that it is decentralized currency, which means that it is not stored in one server, but in several servers across the world called nodes. It has no centralized regulating authority, so it is completely decentralized. There is no Reserve Bank of India or Fed Reserve for Bitcoin, and the transactions are anonymous. So the purpose of transaction, who is making the transaction, to whom, it's almost impossible to find out. Now you see, conventionally a currency is a legal tender which is recognized and issued by some public authority. In India, it's the Reserve Bank of India which issues these currency notes. And the government, using its fiscal policy, the Reserve Bank using its monetary policy, controls the supply and demand of currency. However, when it comes to cryptocurrency, the governments are unable to do this, which is why the first reflex action of the governments has been to ban these cryptocurrencies, which is what happened recently when China banned its mining activities. And what is the status of cryptocurrency in India? Is it legal? Short answer, yes, but again, with a huge asterisk, because it is yes only for now. There have been many developments in the past few years and many more developments are in fact anticipated. Three things have happened. Number one, in 2018, the then Finance Minister Arun Jaitley in his budget speech has said that Bitcoin is not a legal tender. Following this, the Reserve Bank of India had issued guidelines saying that the banks should not offer banking services to those who are involved in trading crypto, which means if I want to buy certain cryptocurrency, I will not be able to transfer money from my bank account to that crypto exchange. Similarly, if I have certain bitcoins that I want to sell, I will not be able to withdraw the money after selling those bitcoins to my bank account. So the banks are forbidden from offering any service to a person who is engaged in cryptocurrency. Now, this was challenged in the Supreme Court, and last year the Supreme Court came out with this decision in the Internet and Mobile Association of India versus RBI to say that the guidelines that were issued by the RBI are not valid. The reason for this was Article 19(1)(g), freedom of trade. The Supreme Court said that the RBI cannot issue guidelines which have the effect of banning cryptocurrency altogether. At the maximum, they can regulate it. And any restriction on freedom of trade should ideally come from the legislature, not from a circular issued by the RBI. The Supreme Court held in this case that the Reserve Bank of India cannot ban cryptocurrency altogether, but at the maximum they can only regulate it. And the Supreme Court also said that Article 19(1)(g) of the Constitution, freedom of trade, also allows trade in cryptocurrency. And any reasonable restriction over this freedom should ideally come from the legislature. So now the government came out with this, the draft bill of banning cryptocurrency. You see, नाम से ही आप अंदाज़ा लगा सकते हैं कि इस बिल में क्या होगा, क्योंकि नाम में ही banning of cryptocurrency है. The government actually wants to pass this bill in the parliament to ban all cryptocurrency. And the bill also says three things. Number one, you cannot buy, sell or invest in crypto. So essentially cryptocurrency will be banned. Number two, that the government will come out with its own cryptocurrency called digital rupee, which will also then be governed by the Reserve Bank of India. Now, how exactly this digital rupee will work, we do not really know. The purpose of it is also sort of not very clear, because how different would it be from the normal fiat rupee that we use right now, apart from perhaps being based on crypto technology. And if someone wants to invest in cryptocurrency, why would anybody invest in digital rupee if the value of the digital rupee will be the same as a normal fiat rupee? And third thing, if the Reserve Bank of India wants, it can recognize any official foreign digital currency. Now, would Bitcoin or Ethereum would be considered an official foreign cryptocurrency? That we are not sure of. However, the bill is not yet even introduced in the parliament, and the bill will become an act only after the parliament passes it. But is the government keen on passing this bill? It appears not, simply because there have been few more developments on this front. There have been several developments such as this, that Visa and MasterCard have adopted cryptocurrency in their payment systems, which means that in several countries you can simply swipe your Visa or MasterCard and pay in Bitcoin, Ethereum or Litecoin. And recently, a small country in Central America, El Salvador, has adopted Bitcoin as its official currency. But most importantly, the government has started to look at Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as a source of revenue, because trading and investment in these cryptocurrencies can be taxed. So profits made out of trading in cryptocurrency can be taxed as income from business sources, and profits made out of investment can be taxed as capital gains. This is something that already happens in the United States and may also happen in India. Why? Consider this. In the last 1 year alone, Indians have invested over $40 billion in cryptocurrency. Over 1.5 crore Indians have purchased some amount of cryptocurrency. So much so that young investors prefer investing in crypto over gold. Now, one sign of government softening its stand over cryptocurrency came in March, when the Ministry of Finance in fact asked all companies dealing with crypto to start reporting their crypto holdings and even their profits and losses out of cryptocurrencies. Hence, it appears likely that the government may in fact make a law not banning cryptocurrency altogether, but regulating it and ensuring that there is taxation on cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency is not used for any illegal purpose. So is cryptocurrency legal in India? As of now, it seems to be legal simply because there is no law or framework prohibiting it. It appears that the government may want to pass a law to govern cryptocurrency, and when that happens, we'll have a new video on this channel for you. You know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, and this is my first appearance here, so be kind. See you soon. Thank you.